All right, so let's talk a little bit about setup and why it's foundational to having a repeatable golf swing and creating repeatable ball flight. All right, so if we just go down the line here, and if I have a player that, let's say, has what I would call an improper setup or not an ideal setup, okay? Let's say they've got their pelvis in a lot of flexion, okay? They're really seated. Maybe they're compensating this by having an incorrect lie angle at address with their club, like they've got their hands too high or too low. All right, from there, they're gonna have to make compensations in a variety of ways to get the club on a proper path, to get their hands in the proper depth on the backswing, and create the alignments that we look for to create repeatable ball flight. All right, so in order to have a proper setup, I start with a really simple drill, okay? The goal of this drill is to create a setup that's comfortable and repeatable, and that allows us to be athletic, okay? So the most important thing here is balance points, and I take this from George Gankus. He's foundational in this area setup in the last few years. So it's really important to give him credit, but also to start with understanding balance points when we have our golf swing. So when we set up, ideally, I want to see my armpits in line with my kneecaps and the balls of my feet, okay? From there, I can have proper balance points to rotate correctly in my swing and to get the club in the proper alignments that we need, okay? So very simple drill when I go into my setup is I'll take the club and I'll have it out in front of me like this, okay? And I'll go ahead and just stand straight up like a soldier, straight up and down, as straight as I can. And I want to feel my belt buckle level with the ground here, okay? I'm gonna have my arms kind of hanging soft here in front of me, club just in a natural position where my elbows hang. And to start with, I'm just gonna crack my knees so they're not locked out, okay? From there, I'm gonna feel like I roll my upper spine or upper thoracic to get my armpits over the balls of my feet. Now, at first, for a lot of you, this is gonna feel restrictive and uncomfortable. That's okay. As you do it more and more, you'll see that you can be more athletic. If I'm in this position here, where I've got my armpits over the balls of my feet, and my balance points are on the balls of my feet, I can move from here. I can be athletic either way, and I can rotate. If I've got my spine too flexed, my pelvis too flexed and my spine too tight, then I can't move as well from here. Okay, I don't have as much ability to push off and rotate, okay? So I'm gonna get in this position again. We'll go through it. Arms hanging in front of me, straight up like a soldier. Just feeling like I crack my knees, roll my chest to get down to the golf ball. Armpits over the balls of my feet. And from there, I've got the ability to be athletic and rotate well with my swing.